Let's play the fucking game. Play the fucking game. Come on. Good morning, everyone. My name is Ned Finn, and this is a game that I already did a video for. I will explain that in greater detail as we go on, but I don't want to get stuck at the right at the start of the menu screen like I have for some of these other plays videos. So we're gonna just rock in two-player game. I'm gonna go with Jace's deck because it is super duper ridiculous. Way faster than a blue deck should be, but that means that I won't have to concentrate super hard on what I'm doing. What is this? There we go. That's what we want. Ooh, this will be interesting. So yeah, so I was sick for a few days last week, which is why videos kind of stalled out for a little bit. And on the last day of me feeling really ill, I was actually able to pull myself together enough to sit down and play this game, Magic 2014, for about an hour. And I recorded some video of it. Like, I recorded it, sat down and played for an hour, recorded that. It was good, it was fun. And then my audio glitched. Like, the audio that I recorded glitched. And it was useless. And I could have, like, then gone back and commentated over what I'd recorded to try to salvage some of the time spent doing that, but I wasn't particularly up for that, I guess. Just wasn't really, I guess I just wasn't really feeling that life. What do we want? Illusory Servant? Do Divination. I say we go with the Servant. Yep. But yeah, but I enjoyed recording it, so I thought I would go back and take another crack at it, and see if we can't avoid that problem. If it happens again, I'm just gonna fucking give up. But yes, this is Magic 2014. It's on Steam. It wouldn't surprise me if it's on the other consoles as well. I'm a big fan of Magic the Gathering, by the way. I'm a big fan of tabletop gaming in general. I like board games, I like Dungeons & Dragons, and I like card games particularly. I really like Magic because it's just incredible. Like, it's such a really well-designed game. And there's an interesting sort of history of the digital versions of Magic that are out there, and I'll get into that in a moment. Just a little bit of just brief historical context, which this is probably just me getting the opportunity to what you doing, buddy? Okay. This is probably just more of an opportunity for me to flaunt my my knowledge of the game's history more than anything else. What do we want to do here? The bear wouldn't be bad. Divination, I think. But yeah, Magic the Gathering. Let me try to say that in a way that's not totally weird. Magic the Gathering is the oldest trading card game in the world. It's the first trading card game that had, like, was printed for that purpose and had, like, official rules and stuff. Like, I know people were doing stuff with certain sets of like baseball cards before that, but Magic the Gathering was specifically designed as a card game where you would collect stuff and build decks. And no, fuck you, Girandar. God damn it. Wiped my board. Anyway, what is this? Oh well, that's super duper useful now. Hey, you. Fuck you. Anyway, go for another divination, I suppose. But yeah, oldest trading card game in the world, first trading card game in the world. It's more than 20 years old. It was designed by a math professor named Richard Garfield. Probably the main man of the hour these days in terms of Magic the Gathering, I would say, is Mark Rosewater, who's the current head of R&D, and he's worked for the company for like 20-some years, and been head of R&D for like 16, 17 years. Really interesting guy. Fun piece of trivia about Mark Rosewater. So Rosewater originally, like Mark Rosewater originally was a screenwriter. He went to school for communications and actually was a scriptwriter working out of Los Angeles. And during that time that he was working as a screenwriter, he actually wrote, what is this? Hold on. Oh yeah, this guy's cool. He actually wrote 2 episodes of Roseanne. Is this important in any way, shape, or form? Not particularly, but it's kind of fascinating that the current head of R&D at Wizards of the Coast, working for Magic the Gathering, wrote 2 episodes of Roseanne. I just think it's kind of nifty. Piss off with your Spore Mound, dude. Anyway, history lesson over. The digital... fuck you, dude. Digital Magic games. So, in, I want to say, like, 2010, 2011, they put out a Magic the Gathering game for... for the Xbox 360. I think it was originally exclusive to the 360. If not, it certainly seems like it was designed with a controller in mind, because the fucking main menu system was atrocious. Like, once you actually got in-game, it played fine with a mouse-driven interface, but, like, working your way through the menus was very clearly designed with, like, a thumbstick in mind and not a mouse. They would go on to change that and improve that later on. Yada, 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 yada. Do I want to block that? I don't know where... Oh, I was about to say, I was looking at my health pool and I'm like, where the fuck did I get 9 extra life from this dude? Fuck you and your grazing Bladeheart. I don't care. Go away. Like, if I could drop another illusion, that would be... Yes! I'ma win it this turn. Unless he has, like, a fog effect or something, which I know he doesn't. Yeah, I'm gonna win this game this turn. Right? Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, that's actually quite close. I was thinking that this guy would benefit from the dropping an illusion, but it doesn't. Oh well, swing in, my pretties. Fly over their heads and fuck him up. I told you, Jace's deck does not need much thought behind it. It's super, super aggressive. It's not very... It's in all honesty, the strategy behind it resembles more of a white strategy than blue. Anyway, play again while I explain more stuff. Oh no. No land, draw a new hand. Where's my fucking bears at? God damn it. Oh, this seems decent. Let's go. Let's fucking go. I'll mold a 4 with a blue deck. Yeah. That seems like the best of plans. Yep. This is happening now. Yeah, so they come out with a game, and I think it was originally the one that came out on the Xbox 360 and eventually made it over to PC and maybe PlayStation as well, was called Duels of the Planeswalkers, which is already kind of a cumbersome title, especially because of the double pluralization of duels and planeswalkers, not duels, excuse me, the double pluralization in planeswalkers, as in multiple walkers of multiple planes. Like, it's not that it doesn't grammatically make sense or whatever the fuck, but it's just kind of a weird, it sits weirdly on the tongue initially. But then they came out with subsequent Duels of the Planeswalkers games, and those ended up getting the prefix of Magic the Gathering, and then the suffix of the year. So you had the needlessly laborious titles like Magic the Gathering, Duels of the Planeswalkers 2013. Blech. They eventually, I don't know, like, the official title, if the official title changed or not, but in, like, the Steam library, starting with 2014, they just changed to Magic 2014 and then again Magic 2015. Now I'm playing Magic 2014 because I like the decks in it quite a lot. Oh, Counterspell. And it's a fucking common as well, Jesus Christ. People who don't know Magic don't have context for this, but this sort of shit doesn't get printed anymore because it's just, like, a hard counter at 2 mana is just way too fucking good. It's one of those things like, Lightning Bolt, in Red. Lightning Bolt just doesn't get printed anymore because it's just way too freaking powerful. It's just, it's not costed to work in modern formats anymore. But anyway, now there was no Duels of the Magic the Gathering Duels of the Planeswalkers 2016 because for this year, it might have actually been at the tail end of last year. They released on, I know it's on Steam. I don't know if it's on other platforms as well. I'd really like to cast Illusory Angel, but I don't have the mana for that. Let's Frost Breath these guys, and yeah, we'll play for time. This is a oh, fuck it. This is a blue deck. This is what blue does. Stalls for time. Where are my fucking lands, guys? Come on! Well, fuck it. Fuck everything. I need to gain life back. Yeah, so, after, Magic 2015, they put out a new kind of digital product called Magic Duels, which, in all honesty, is structured, I might regret this, if he has any kind of combat trick. Which he does not. He just suicided one of his dear things into my face. I'm okay with that. Where are my fucking lands? I mean, I don't mind Phantom Warrior, he's unblockable, he'll do, but Jesus! This is ridiculous. He's at near 40 health. Got problems. Can this guy block? No, he just can't be blocked. What was I saying? Yeah, so... excuse me. So they put out this new thing called Magic Duels, which I think is... It looks like... It certainly seems like it's going to be structured to be a sort of ongoing, a sort of an eternal product. Like they're just going to keep updating it rather than coming out with progressively more games of the thing. And it's free to play, and the economy is structured a lot like Hearthstone is, where the you can get the in-game currency just by playing the game, and you can unlock packs and stuff, and it's tied to certain sets. And it seems like they're gonna keep coming out with like expanded content for this game every single time that they release a new set of cards, which I think that's awfully cool, quite frankly. No. Keep Scare Bear back. I mean, that's really cool, and the fact that it is free. Like, seriously, to anyone who's watching this who has any kind of interest in Magic the Gathering, I would recommend checking it out. Especially since they're updating it. Like, it came out when Magic Origins came out. So there was Origins content, and oh, fuck you and your all is dust. I recovered from it last time. I don't think I'm gonna be able to pull the same trick. And I could I have? I absolutely could have fucking countered that as well. Oh my gosh, I'm the worst. I am the worst. I started off with a bad hand, okay, and I got mana screwed early on. That is my excuse. As this bastard pummels me into the ground. But yeah, Magic Duels came out. The Magic Duels, the digital product, came out when Magic Origins, the physical product came out, and so they had Duels content in, or excuse, they had Origins content in Magic Duels, and then they had, and then since then they've updated content for, what is it? It's not Rise of the Eldrazi. It's the new Battle for Zendikar, Oath of the Gatewatch, and now Shadows over Innistrad and Eldritch Moon, which, like, I purchased a bit of physical Shadows over Innistrad product, but like I haven't played like actual tabletop Magic the Gathering in quite some time, just because it's a very expensive hobby to maintain and be good at, especially if you, like me, are not in a place where you can draft regularly, because drafting is easily the more economical option if you were trying to, especially like if you're especially if you're good at especially if you're in any way, shape, or form good at the game. Since I'm gonna block this dude and I'm gonna get fucked up, it's no big deal. Since you can like win content, or win product rather, I'm gonna fucking concede. This is just not going well for me. But, and I am going to pause on this menu screen just so that I can wrap up this thought and get down to the serious business of playing. And actually, I'm going to pause briefly and get a drink of water. Okay, that's better. So I realized that I was tangenting. I'm going to just cut that off before it grows any more out of control. But yeah, I would recommend Magic Duels because it is free, and it is a pretty good representation of the experience of the game. But it is not. It's not like the gold standard of digital Magic. Magic Duels is, I think, intended to be an introductory product, or it's not even, well, yeah, an introductory product that's also free. Because a digital space is a very judgment-free space. It'll walk you through, how the game is played in an environment where you can figure that out without having to deal with someone like getting impatient as they're trying to explain more high-level concepts to you. And it's visual visual representation as well. it's good, and more so than the other Duels products, which were also like the Duels of the Planeswalker products that came before, because those were also meant to be introductory products. But Magic Duels, because it's staying up to date with the current environment of the game, like you can play with, you know, up to date contemporary cards. You could go out to your, you could then, you know, switch over to the paper game and go and kind of rebuild your Magic Duels deck, and already be familiar with how that works. But like I said, that's not the gold standard for digital Magic. The gold standard for digital Magic is Magic Online, which is pretty much the exact same, like, financial investment as paper Magic is. The costs are really, really quite similar. The only real difference is availability. And quite frankly, that's a hole I don't want to go down, because I like the idea of drafting, and I like the idea of getting better at drafting. And I like the fact that it's not as massive a financial investment as the standard format is. So, but having that available to me like 24/7, I would probably spend like more money than I should on it. Like, even if I got better and started, you know, being able to win product and then turning that product over and being able to use that to draft another, you know, at another time, it would still, I don't know, it's money's tight enough as it is. I don't need to be dropping tons of money on Magic the Gathering again, because I have spent decent amounts of money building decks. Not like ridiculous amounts, but like I've managed to compile decks just from my own, you know, from stuff that I've opened in packs, stuff that I've specifically bought, and also stuff that I've traded for. I've made pretty decently valuable decks that are all kind of collecting dust now. But that's all the stuff aside. Let's get back to playing, and let's actually pay attention. I'm gonna be using this deck, actually the deck that I was up against, the Chant of the Muldaya, because it's ridiculous and I fucking love it. I really like this deck. And oh god, no lands again. New hand, please. Do we have the Gladeheart? No, we don't. We have Ulamog's Crusher, which isn't bad. There are good elements in here. Let's keep the hand for now. Let's see how this plays out. I doubt this will go terribly for us, but I wish I had a Gladeheart in hand to begin with. And we're up against Chandra, which might prove problematic because her deck is pretty fast, and especially since I'm not starting with the Gladeheart, I don't have the... I don't really have a way of dealing with the threat she poses early on, but we'll see how things go. Crimson Mage gains haste. Oh! Great! That'll be fun to deal with. Well, at least we've got the Pelika Worm, so that's good. And, for those of you who are not familiar with how Magic works, I'm sorry, you're just kind of out of luck. This is an attitude that I carried over from the initial video that I tried recording, where I was just like, fuck you, I'm sick, I don't care. Just think of this as sort of, you know, just let the words just kind of wash over your brain like Zen chanting. You don't need to understand it, just know that it sounds good. Drop another forest. Go for an explorer. She's gonna take a big old chunk out of my health out of my life before we are done here. But I think we're about to be primed to get out that Pelika Worm next turn, which I ain't about to complain about. What you doing, Chandra? How badly are you gonna screw me up? Okay. I don't like the fact that she's fetching lands. That's my job, but whatever. Could be worse. I can only imagine she's gonna give it haste. Yep. So that's me down to 11 health, which I'm not super thrilled about. This wouldn't be a problem if I had a Gladeheart in hand, but these things happen. Oh, goodness me. Well, we'll be able to counteract that a little bit. We're going to gain, what, 7 life out of Pelicorm? Yep. Okay. Alright. And that'll give, that'll at least give this fucker on the ground some pause for thought. Flyers. Flyers are, come to think of it, flyers are actually a big, that's a big, hole in the defense budget for this deck, as is the case with green in general. Green has a problem with flying, typically. We're doing start creature. Okay. I cannot see. Ooh. Yeah. Sorcery? You've got trample, right? Yeah. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna swing in here. I could have played a land, but don't worry, I'll do that second main phase. We're gonna swing in here first with the Pelicorm. I'm gonna attack with that. Right. Not gonna block? Oh, that was a bad decision on your part. You should have blocked. We're gonna throw down a forest and go All Is Dust. Wipe the board of all the colored stuff. I'm gonna get to draw a card. And next turn we should be dropping Ulamog's Crusher, which will be fun. And then Woodborn Behemoth unless something fun comes in. Oh fuck! That's oh, it kills all the non-colorless cards, but since Pilgrim's Eye is colorless, damn, the 1/1 flyer survived. Fuck me. Fun. We're doing okay though. In spite of not getting a single Gladeheart in the early game, we are doing okay. I mean, this is not the ideal deck to be running fucking damage control from, but ooh, hehehehe. Never mind Ulamog's Crusher. Pelicorm's coming back. Gonna go up to 22 health. Yeah. Right on. Okay, okay. So we're keeping our heads above water here. What you doing? Which target creature and 2 to... Okay, so you're hitting me for 2 damage then. I mean, I'm gonna be less inclined to walk with this dude now, but when a substantial amount of your yeah, when your stuff's flying, I'm not gonna be able to block anyway. You guys are just trundling around on the ground. Oh, well, alright, fine. I get to draw another card, Chandra. I hope you're happy. Oh, because I fucking know I am. Nice. It That Betrays. Good card. Good card. I could throw out Artisan of Kozilek again. And I will. Yeah, sure, let's go for it. Cool beans. Yeah. Now, once we can start attacking with these bad boys, her deck is gonna implode very quickly. Oh my god, the Eldrazi are just so goddamn devastating. Beautiful. What you doing, Chandra? Eh? Come on. Fight me. Oh, look who finally showed up to the frickin' party. It's Mr. Gladeheart. Yay. Throw him out in the Woodborne Behemoth. I thought we were likely to get that much use out of him unless we drop, like, Primeval Titan or something. But at this point, I think Chandra is going to be dead before that. Which is fine by me. Yeah, go for it. Go ahead and block. It's not gonna matter. It's only forestalling the inevitable. What? Can you play this from the... Whenever an opponent is dealt damage by a red instant or sorcery spell, control, or by a red planeswalker you control, no chance of that showing up. Return from okay. Yeah, most Phoenixes have some kind of a, some sort of return ability to be all thematic and stuff. But no, there's not going to be any damage caused by, Planeswalkers. Planeswalkers, just incidentally, FYI, are these... They're a card type. They're a very, very narrow... Not narrow, but, like, they're a card type that doesn't have that many cards in it. And they've not shown up in any of the Duels of the Planeswalkers games. I don't think they're in Magic Duels. They might be? Ugh. Shows how long it's been since I played Magic Duels. I don't think they are, though. But don't quote me on that. But I can assure you they're not in any of the games that came before it. Because, Planeswalkers are just ludicrously complicated compared to every other card type in the game. Like, there are complicated cards in the game. Do we like this? I think we like this. I haven't played with this deck in a while. Like, there are, like, individual, very complicated cards. Off the top of my head, two that come to mind are Search the City and Mirror Mad Phantasm, which just, like, present you with these fucking walls of text in the text box. But Planeswalkers as the entire card type, they're just very different. They function by very different rules than any other card type in the game. They're cool, and they're very powerful, except for Tibalt. Sorry, Tibalt. But they, how is that up against Garandar again? Fuck. But yeah, but quite frankly, they don't need to be in the Duels of the Planeswalkers games. Since they are meant to be introductory material. And they're an intimidating card type, I think. Because, like, generally, once you know the basic rules of the game, it's not too difficult to look at, you know, Grazing Gladeheart, for instance. Like, you might not know what landfall means specifically if you're not familiar with the Zendikar-related sets, but you'll look at that, you'll look at the description and say, okay, whenever land enters the battlefield under your control, you may gain 2 life. It's like, okay, so when I'm playing lands, or lands are entering the field by some other means, I'm gonna gain life. Okay, I know what that means. I know what it means that it's a creature. I know what it means that it's a 2/2. That's, you know, 3 mana, 2 colorless and green. Like, you know what those things are. With Planeswalkers, you look at these things and you can see they have a mana cost. And that's it. Like, you need to be... Excuse me, you need to be able to refer to outside material to be able to understand how Planeswalkers function. Yeah. Which is just, kind of tricky. You know what? I'm pining for the Chant of the Moldiah deck again. Because it's so silly. Who do I want to go up against? Liliana. I had a couple games against Liliana the last time I tried recording this video. Let's do that thing.